Hi guys, thanks for joining me today for our Fit Like a Gymnast routine. We are going to be doing a calisthenics workout focusing on the upper body, core strengthening, back flexibility, and balance. So a lot of weight bearing exercises. I can't promise you're going to be doing backflips after today's workout, but you might be able to nail that handstand you've been working on for months. Let's start with a warm up for our shoulder joints. So we're going to circle the arms back, big circles. This is lubricating our shoulder joints. It's going to help not only warm up our upper body, but prevent injury when we're doing these weight-bearing exercises. So you can do a single arm, other arm, and reverse the circles forward. You can do these standing too. Good job. All right, now if you have any shoulder injuries, let's do some shoulder rolls. You're gonna wanna stay away from the weight-bearing exercises on the upper body. And you know, you should do what feels comfortable for you if you've never done, you know, a handstand before or anything upside down, then I'll have some modifications for you. So this is all levels. All right, let's also get our wrists in. So circle the wrists. These shoulder circles and wrist circles, they're really good for you to do if you've also been sitting at a desk typing all day on your laptop or even on your phone. And these stretches are going to be really good for you also. So if you're on the floor, you can kneel like I am and place your hands down with the palms down and the wrist facing forward. So once you're in this position, we're going to lean back, keeping our hands planted on the floor to feel that nice, painful but feel good stretch on our wrists. I don't think we ever really stretch our wrists, so this is really good to do. You can reverse this stretch by placing the back of your hands down on the floor, and same thing, keep the back of the hands nailed down as you slowly lean back. Oh, this really gets that nerve and that tendon. I have it from, they call it mom wrist from holding my kids, but you can get it from anything really. Ooh, that is great. Okay, so you'll want to do that before working out, especially if you're holding a lot of weights at the gym or if you're going to do push-ups at home, handstands. One more deep stretch we can do for the front of our chest and shoulders is go against a wall, place your hand on the wall. You can do either arm straight or arm bent. Just make sure that your arm isn't higher than shoulder level. You're going to walk towards the wall, get your body nice and close to the wall, and then slowly rotate it away. It's just a slight rotation, and I can already feel the stretch. You can also do this in a doorway by putting your arms up against the door frame and leaning forward to really get into the front of that chest. It's so tight. Switching sides. You can do this standing. You don't have to sit or kneel, so just show you the different variations. You can stand, bend. Good. All right. So now that we've warmed up our shoulders and our wrists, we are going to go into the first exercise, which is going to be lying down on the ground. It's going to be a table to spoon. So we're going to take our hands, we're going to place palms on the floor. Let's go slightly behind the hips, fingertips facing forward. Bend your knees, lift your hips up, and try to get into this tabletop position. You might have to walk your feet forward slightly. Squeeze the glutes, and then using your abs, scoop your your body back, straighten the legs, flex the feet, and do not let your butt hit the floor. Scoop, and then squeeze glutes, press up into your tabletop, and then flex feet, scoop, and press, squeeze glutes, and scoop the abs. Stay strong in those arms, wrists, and shoulders. So you don't want to sink here, you want to really press your palms into the ground, press your weight down as you scoop your abs up. Squeeze, and exhale, squeeze, exhale. One more, squeeze, and scoop. Good. Place your butt on the ground, roll out those wrists. So that's there's a variation of that exercise in Pilates called tendon stretch, and you do that on the reformer, but this is a great way to do it on the ground without a machine and still get that deep abdominal work. All right, so we're gonna go into hollow body into Superman. All core and back strength. Lie back down. Bring arms up overhead. Now, from this position, you're going to use your abs to create a really hollowed out body, scooping the belly button into the spine as you bring your head up only as high as you can with your abs. Lower down. You're going to use your core to roll over. In this case, I'm rolling to my left into your Superman position, squeezing your glutes, lifting your arms up, and release. Use my abs, scoop to roll back, and again, scoop it up and down. Roll over, Superman, and down. So another variation, you can go all the way up into a kind of a modified teaser position. We can come all the way up here and down, roll over. So working all the muscles in the front of our body to come up with our abs, and working all the muscles, the posterior side of our body in the Superman. So once you've done a few on that side, you're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. Just because of the space I have here, I'm going to flip around, but you can just roll to the other side if you're at home. Okay, so abs in, and scoop, roll, Superman, good. Teaser, abs, up, nice work. And again, up, roll, squeeze glutes, one more, up, and back. Good, when you're done with these, sit back into a child's pose and breathe. Great job. Okay, moving on. We are going to go into some back flexibility work. So the position we did, this tabletop position, this would be a level 1. So if you've never done any sort of back extension or you have weak wrists, you're going to just want to practice this, okay? Holding it, squeezing the glutes, squeezing your shoulder blades. So you don't want to sink into your shoulders. You want to really press, lift, chest up, and then lower down. You can do that a couple times. The next variation would be flipping the hands back. So we take one arm off, lift up into our tabletop, and reach behind us looking towards our arm. And switching sides, squeeze glutes, lift, really trying to get this nice lift in the back and thoracic spine, but keeping our abs engaged. Let's do one more each side. Reach. And reach. Good. You can continue on with that, or you can go right into the last version, the third version, which is a full-on bridge or wheel pose. So, laying back. Make sure that you have a mat or something that is not slippery. This carpet I have here is a little bit slippery, but you're going to want to place your hands by your ears. Squeeze glutes. You're going to lift all the way up, trying to straighten your arms as much as you can. And lift. Slowly lower down. Good job. Take a breath. So whichever one of those three variations works for your body, do that about 5 times, making sure you're really working on your form, trying not to sink in the shoulders, trying to really get that lift in the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, keeping the abs nice and pulled in. For our next exercise, we're going to do a rollover into a stand-up. So what's important here is to have this explosive power when we come up into our stand-up position. So you want some momentum, and the slower you go, the harder it's going to be, but you want to also not have so much momentum that you're not using your muscles anymore. So be aware of what your legs are doing. Squeeze them together, squeeze the inner thighs. Bring the legs up and over your head using your abs. You're going to roll up, squeeze the glutes, pop up. And same thing, roll over, squeeze, up, down. So when you come down, you're really doing a deep squat. Down. And squeeze. Good job. Keep it moving and keep this pop up, really explosive. Right up. Nice, let's do 2 more. Squeeze. Last one. And squeeze. Good job. So I like to do a little stretch after that. So roll over, grab onto your ankles, roll down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, pulling your legs as close to your face as possible. Good. And down. Nice work. Let's move on to our standing exercise. We're going to do Pilates push-ups. This is going to be full body and a lot of balance and control. Okay. We're going to stand feet hip distance apart. We're going to lift your arms up. Point 1 foot back. Engage your core. Pull your shoulder blades down. We're going to lift the leg up as we bring the body forward. I'm going to try to hit this T position before placing my arms down to the ground. Now I'm going to try to hit a nice split stretch here, and then slowly lower the leg as I walk out into a push-up position. Keep this leg up hip height and do 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Walk it back. Reverse the movement. So split stretch. Turn the leg back to parallel. Here's the tricky part. Try to find your balance and hit that T position. And slowly come up. Whew. Now this is a really complex exercise. There's a lot of layers, there's a lot of moves. So take your time with this one. We're not going for how fast we can do it. We're going for the quality and the control. So, switching legs. Pull the belly button in. Reach the opposite leg back. Find your balance and center. Reach arms down. Stretch leg up. Bring it back, hips to parallel. Walk it out. And 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Walk it back. Split. Square off the hips. And up. Good job. Okay, I'm going to move on. You are welcome to continue practicing Pilates push-ups. It's never ending with the practice. A trick or tip that I'm going to give you is that when you're trying to find your balance coming up and you feel a little wobbly, find a spot on the floor and continue to look at that spot as you come up. So finding that spot with your eyes is going to help you keep your balance on there. Okay, let's go on to the last exercise, which is going to be a handstand prep exercise. Different levels for this. If you have a wall, it'd be great to use the wall. If you don't, you can just do pike push-ups to get that strength. I will demonstrate a pike push-up. So, and also if the handstand is just not where you're at right now, you can totally just practice pike push-ups so that you can get that upper body strength. So we're going to go into a legs, feet together, down dog sort of position. Try to push the hips back. Now I'm going to lift the heels up as I pike up, scooping the abs in, and you're going to push up from here, letting your top of your head lower down to the floor. Scoop the abs in. Good. So, pike push-ups. Great warm-up for a handstand, and also great replacement for a handstand to get that upper body strength. All right, so if you're next to a wall, I'm going to explain what we're going to do now, because once I face the wall, you're going to have a hard time hearing me. So we're going to place your hands on the floor. You're going to get close enough to the wall to where you can kick your feet up onto the wall. You're going to slowly walk your feet up the wall until your body is in an L shape. And I want you to really focus on pulling your hips back so that your hips will stack over your shoulders. I want you to think of not arching the back and sticking the rib cage out, because that's going to feel better for you at first. You're going to think you can balance, but actually once your legs come up, it's going to throw you off balance because we don't want that sway back. So think of having a posterior tilt with your pelvis. So you're even going to exaggerate that tilt so that you can have balance when you lift your legs up. So really, posterior tilt would be tucking under and really scooping the abs in rather than doing this in your handstand. Okay, so you want to pull it in, get those hips over the shoulders, shoulders over wrists, and this from there we're going to lift one leg up, extend that leg out, point the toe, lower it back down onto the wall, and switch the other leg. Okay, here we go. One leg, slowly lower back down. Other leg. Keep the abs in, one more each side. Good, walk down and come up. Woo. Excellent work. Let's finish up with arm circles once again. Make sure everything's nice and loose and projected forward. for joining me for today's Gymnastics Inspired workout. I hope that you have had just as much fun doing